silly, but demonstrations like this, depending on what messages are coming through. Yeah. Hello, hello, hi, hi, hi. You trying to listen to see if you can hear me on here? Okay, yeah, we've got somebody watching. Can you hear me on there? No. Oh yeah, I can hear. Yeah. Right, so I don't know if you want to just leave it on it. I'm just going to go live in a minute. If you want to, with the sound on. No, I don't want to do that because they're not going live yet. No, this is live now. No. My God, this is a lot of you, isn't it? The first thing I want to say is thank you, genuinely. I'm absolutely gobsmacked by how many people are here tonight. Um, you may have guessed by my accent, because I think you lot have got one, but you're going to think it's me with the accent tonight. I'm 4.5 hours away from home here, so it's a real pleasure to have so many of you here tonight to see a medium that probably lots of you haven't even heard of me. So thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you. And just a few things I want to go through with you first about this evening, okay, before we really get started. But for those of you that don't know me, My name is Dionne, and I am a psychic medium, and I am owner of a spiritual business called Crystal Clear Healing, based in Nottinghamshire, a little village in Nottinghamshire. I've got a crystal shop there, and I've got staff that run my crystal shop for me. And also, I do all of my readings there too, and I do them all over the world, do them online. As well, with obviously lots of people wherever they are. Hence why I'm here, because I did that for a family that I think probably a lot of you will know here. And I connected the healers with Ethan some time ago now. And hence that's what's brought me to your neck of the woods and what I'm here for tonight to do this for you. Okay, so genuinely thank you for you all for being here. I want to explain a little bit of the format of what to expect for tonight. We're starting now. This first section is going to run for 45 minutes till 7:45. The bar will then be open for you for half an hour for some refreshments for you. And then the second half will start promptly at 8:15. And tonight we'll finish at 9:00. During the break, my assistant Debbie, I'm very much in tonight. She will be going around with the selfie frame. So if you and your friends, people that you're with tonight, would like a picture in our selfie frame, you're welcome to do that. But please, can I just make you aware, they will all be going on our social media channels. So if you'd rather not be on our social media channels, probably not have your pictures in a selfie frame, is what I would say to you. We are also streaming live now on YouTube tonight. We will be looking to mute it during the break. But if we don't, just be mindful if you walk past it, because it's going to pick your conversation up. And then we don't know what you're talking about as it goes on YouTube. So just be aware of that, okay? But let's get into what we're actually here for tonight. This evening is about you. And tonight I'm going to be connecting as many of you as I can with your loved ones who have passed away and who are now living spiritually, okay? I'm also going to be doing some tarot cards for you, which is advice and guidance to you from your spirit guides. If you are feeling at a bit of a crossroads, you've got things happening for you in your life, you feel like you need a little bit of direction. When I come to doing the tarot cards, don't feel like you can't put your hand up for me. If you would like a card, you're welcome to one, okay? I am what's called a clairvoyant medium. It means I can see people that have passed away. If I look like I'm talking to your loved one, it's because I am. Because from my perspective, I can see them here, okay? And I can also see my spirit guide that's now on stage because he knows I'm going to start. So he's here at the side of me now, okay? So I know that might sound a bit bonkers to some people. You think, what's she doing? It's just the way that I work. Every medium works very differently, okay? Are you ready? Shall we do it? Let's get started. Who wants a card first off? I want to start with a card. I can see. Who wants a card? Okay, look onto this lady here. Straight away. Let's get into what you need to know for tonight. Are you okay? Yeah. Glad to be here. I'm very glad. I'm glad you are, because I'm glad to be here too. This is an interesting card, actually. 4 of Swords. This card is. This is very much telling you to watch the snakes in the grass. Interestingly, you may relate to this already, and this is yes, you're saying. So this is something that's currently happening for you now. Pardon the pun, you're being asked to keep your cards close to your chest. So anything that you are going through at the minute, maybe keep things a little bit more to yourself, or watch, be selective with who you're sharing information to. It's not a nice, isn't it? Funny card to start on. But it's not a positive one necessarily. And tarot are very straight to the point. And what I mean by that is it's telling you here via your spirit guides, just to watch you, just where it makes sense to you. Yeah, they always do the cards. Yeah, no, we can see it. So that's what that one's saying to you, okay? Yeah. I've had this dog with me for about 3 days, and this dog is going loopy already in this room. I can see this. I'm not an animal communicator as such. Some people are actually, some mediums are, but this dog is going wacky around this room. This dog is with a man here. This dog has fallen, like fallen. Now, let me just explain what I mean by that. This dog's actually making me feel a bit dizzy. There's a man with this dog, and this man, I feel passed from cancer actually. That he's with this dog, and this dog, I don't know, I don't think it's this man's dog, is the first thing I'm going to say. I think this dog is your dog, whoever's dog this is in here, and this man is connected to you too. This dog has fallen, and I don't mean fallen over, I mean fallen. Does that make sense to anybody? It does here. Okay. Yeah, what's the dog called? I can see you. Are you all right? Who's this lady you were looking at? There she is. This one's going, there she is, straight away. Thank you for doing that, because that's important that I see who because it helps with the... You do that with that dog. Yeah, I know that sounds a bit silly of me to do. Do you know what I'm getting at? This is a dog that can really run off. Now, again, that probably sounds a bit ridiculous because you're not in Wales. Look how many gorgeous hills and countryside you've got here. But this is a dog that runs off. Does that make sense? This dog is right there. This dog is going wacky. As dogs do, the tail's going nuts, and I can see this dog going crazy. I know this sounds a bit an odd thing for me to say. Let me talk to this dog first, because this dog is trying to. This dog did not suffer. I need to say to you, but there is an element of falling. But I don't mean just falling over. I think you know, like let me try to make sense of what I'm saying. You know, like if you're on a height and you look down, it makes you feel you go, ooh, because it makes you feel a bit wobbly because it's high up. It's like that. I'm getting this feeling in my stomach like I'm falling a distance or I'm falling off something. I'm being shown this by this man. Show me what you're showing. I think this dog fell off of like a hill or a cliff. Does that make sense? He fell off a quarry. Oh gosh. I'm getting the feeling of the falling. This man feels like probably either a father figure as such. Feels like that kind of man. He was in quite a bit of pain, this gentleman. I feel like it feels like something that it feels like a type of cancer in the way that cancer can spread across the body. It's giving it me everywhere suddenly. I've got it all down my legs, my back and my arms everywhere. Does that make sense to you? This man is giving me as well. It's making me feel quite sick. Robert, take this sickness off. Don't mind me talking to Robert, my spirit guide. Yeah, he's making me quite nauseous, is this man. He's very much here to say to you, I've got, it's Coops or Coopos. Coops, yeah, I was going to say it's Coops or Cooper. It might be that Coops is what we, like a pet name, literally. That's right, but it's giving me this whistling, if you like. This man is looking after this dog for you. And he's giving me that he couldn't walk very well towards the end of his life. The man, I mean, not the dog. And because he's giving me that when he was here, he was very much a strong man. And he had a good stride, He's doing this striding about, but he couldn't do that. This cancer took that because it took his body physically. He's giving me the stride back. And that's his way of showing me visually that he's well again. He's feeling much better. Okay? This dog has been with me about 3 days. No joke. No joke. What is it now? Friday. Wednesday night. Did I not say this dog?
You did.
On Wednesday night, I said, this dog's kept me up all night. I've got to say, it's got to be a dog for Friday, so please come back. So I'm glad this dog is here now, because otherwise he'll be badgering me all night. So I'm going to leave you with your lovely dog. Okay, and this gentleman that's here for you. I don't know if I'm going to see dad or something like that. Father-in-law. I was going to say, that's why I said father figure. It feels a little bit like that. Yeah, can I for me, Robert? I hope that's all right for you. Yeah, that dog. Yeah, bonkers is a good word. I like bonkers for that dog because that dog is definitely and really zoomies. Yeah, it's one of those dogs that probably go nuts everywhere and you go, oh, I can't see where this dog is with that. Yeah. He was on my ottoman the other night. I'm not joking. We had a bit of a cuddle and then I was like, come back on Friday. Or Thursday, I don't know who it was for. But I'll leave you in coops. Okay, who wants a card? Okay, let me come here. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Good. I understood that. I was a bit worried. I said to Debbie, oh God, I don't have a language barrier, Debbie. But so far, so good. I want you to pick. I'm getting told I need to let you come in and grab, which is good. You know what? You lot are funny on the cards tonight. Getting another one that's talking about your isolation. This is a card that's encouraging you to talk to people. Sometimes we are the person that people lean on. We are that shoulder to cry on. We are that confident to people. And you know what? It's an absolute privilege to be that because it shows what people think of you. But don't forget, your people are there for you back. Because this is a card that's reminding you of that it's okay to be there for everyone else, but let people help you when you're not having a good day. Because it's okay to do that. How often do you pick the phone up to other people and go, I'm not okay today? Never. Correct, never. That's why it's coming up then. Because you're being encouraged to do that. Because we've always got to remember, everybody does go through stuff. They do. Everybody's got stuff going on. But when you're picking the phone up to somebody else and saying, I'm not great today, can we go out for lunch or can we go out for a coffee? You're taking their mind off their stuff. Because they're helping you with yours. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And we forget that bit, don't we? We go, oh no, they don't want to hear my stuff. But we have to remember that bit too. So that's what you're being told. Spiritual telling off that one. You've got to pick the phone up and let your people help you because that's really important. I've got a man here with me actually, and he's talking about what I feel is possibly a grandchild of his or a child. And he's say that to me again. No, I can't get it, Robert. You're too quiet. I can see you. He's just said Bill. Bill or Billy. Bill or Billy, this man is called. I feel like he's definitely talking about a grandchild or a granddaughter. He's giving me, he's trying to tell me the name. And I feel like this is possibly a child that he either missed being born, and I mean a young child actually. I want to say possibly a couple of years old. But it sounds like, I'm going to get this wrong because I can't quite hear what he's saying, so bear with me. It sounds a bit like Joey, but it's not Joey. Joey. It might be Jody or something like that. Am I making any sense? Don't tell me anything, but or as long as you say, or somebody says yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely Billy or Bill. Does that make sense to you? He's giving me a little child. Yes, he's pointing at my hair. Are you telling me that there's curls there? Are you? Are you twirling her hair? He's twirling her hair. This is a little one. And I want to say to you about 2 or 3. Something. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's that sort of age. But he's telling me, show me what you're showing me. This little one can play by herself quite well. You know how some children can play independently? They don't always need you. They can play by themselves. He's going to take me to your house. I'm sorry about this. It's what you get for coming to a clairvoyant. I'm going into, I am. I'm in the living room now. Yeah, show me around. There's an area, I want to stand in the doorway of the living room and I want to do this. I want to look sort of off to the right, like here. There looks like a toy box or a toy area, but it's your house. Does that make sense? And it's like one of those, it's not like a proper toy box though. It's like one of those where you can pull the drawers out and you can get stuff out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a chest of drawers.
I was going to say, I can see it being pulled out though, but it's got toys in it. Yes, there's definitely toys in it. And this little one, it's just a Joni. Joni. Yeah. Yes, I heard him then. Joni. So Joni plays quite independently, but she talks when she plays. All the time. She's talking to him. He's just said she needs to listen to what I'm saying. She's talking to me. Yeah. and he's playing with her hair, actually. There's her doing this around the bottom of her head, and he's saying, watch for this. Almost watch her, not scratching, but just playing with her own hair. He's playing. He's giving me this real sense of missing out on this little one. Does that make sense to you? Almost as though we either just missed her being born, or she was born when he was not well. Does that make sense? So there's a missing. There's an element of missing her. He's playing with her, and he's saying, listen to what she's saying, because she's going to talk about me. And it's when she's with you on those pull-out drawers and she's playing there, that's what you need to listen to there. It's making me feel that you've got somebody's taking me into your bedroom now. Oh my God, sorry. I really am sorry. We see all sorts in this job, you know. We don't just hear it, we see it. I feel like you're making me laugh now because you're laughing, I'm laughing. I feel like I'm sitting on the side of your bed, but there's a dressing table in front of me. Almost like there's not a stool with a dressing table, or it might be a desk. But the reason there's not a stool is because you can sit there in front of it. Does that make sense? Because there's almost something with a mirror where you can do your hair and you've got bits in. But you can sit on your bed to do it, is what I'm trying to say, rather than sit on a stool there. Because I feel like there's something here by way of a pull-out drawer that's got his bits in it. And I mean, like, it feels like wedding ringing or trinkety. So there's things in it that belong to him. And because he's giving me at the back of the drawer, almost there's things in there that you've kept that's been put away. Because he's saying to me, she's keeping them safe at the back. So it's almost like stuff at the back. You might not know you put it there, because sometimes, I mean, I don't remember necessarily, but it feels like there's stuff at the back of that pull-out drawer, but it's definitely in your bedroom, because I can see him looking. It's because he's going, oh, look, there's stuff, it's my bits there at the back, almost as they've been kept there. But this man's main messages, it's, Robert, what did he say before? Joni. I'm sure it's Joni. Does that make sense, Joni? Okay, it's Joni he's talking to, and he's asking you to listen to those words. I think you'll find that Joni talks about him. Or she might just talk about, a man or somebody's visited me. It's him that she's talking to, definitely. He's fine, he's lovely. He's quite funny as well. He's giving me this sort of giggle about himself and his personality. And he's just said dad jokes. The dad jokes. Yeah, the dad is looking at you. The dad jokes. Yeah, she knows about my dad jokes. Yeah, she don't miss them though. She don't miss them though. The dad jokes. He's laughing at that. I'm going to leave you with him, okay? Thank you. Oh, he was nice. Really listen for that conversation, because it's very difficult actually with young ones, because we often just think they're playing, and that is definitely. I think if you hear her words, just listen for what she's saying, because it might even be obvious. It might just be like she's, I don't know, talking to teddies or whatever, sleep. But it's not. It's more than that, because that's what she's getting at. I hope that was okay for you. Thank you. You're welcome. Are we all right? Yeah. It's very quiet in here. I'm not used to it being too quiet. Who wants to come on? I feel like I need to venture a little bit. Okay, I'm coming to you here. Am I all right moving around? Because I know that we're on.
Yeah, I'll just turn it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to come over here. Are you okay? Yeah. Are you enjoying your night? Good. Good. Let's have a look for you. I feel I need to let you pick now as well. I'm being told what to do here. Some spirit guides are very bossy, mine certainly is. Oh, this is a really interesting card. Temperance, this is an angel, is very much got one foot in the water, one foot out. And it refers to balance and boundaries in your life. If you are burning a candle at one end more than the other, this is about getting balance right. So this doesn't just mean social life. It means even things like work. If you're somebody that's working or replying to emails late at night, working into weekends, overdoing it or not having too much downtime. It's time to find your voice to say no. Okay? I apologise if you sat with your boss, but this you don't listen. But this is what that is. Because sometimes we go, oh, all right then. Oh, all right then. And but we, and afterwards we go, I said yeah. So, what do you know what I mean? So it's talking about that. Because this is saying time is very fluid, which it is. But it's important that you make the most of your time and look after you to get that balance right, yeah? Not too much of one and not the other. And if you're not used to coming out and having too much time with your friends, then you need to do a bit more. Okay. Because that's what it's getting at. Did that make sense to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, isn't it funny how they do like that? Very much so. Okay, I need to speak to this gentleman that's here actually. Is it a hun here or is it me? Yeah, it's fake glasses. I've got this gentleman that's here with me. And he, oh, are you here for Barry? You are, aren't you? Yeah, I've got Barry, I've got somebody here for you actually. I've got this gentleman here, and he's giving me he's giving me like a. This is going to sound a bit of a strange thing for me to say, Barry. Bear with me while I'm trying to describe what he's showing me. It looks like an A4 piece of paper, but it looks like his name is on it. So, and I don't even know really what I mean by that. It's like his name is put on it. It's like, I know what he's talking about. I don't know if you've done a run for him. It's like a, you know, those things that you can get on your back, like in memory of somebody. Yeah, he's writing his I can't see it properly. His name, show me. It's Michael. My, I can see the Mike. Yeah, I can see the first bit. Michael. But I feel like you've written his name on something specifically. Yeah. And I think he's talking about doing a run for him. Yeah. This is him talking about walking every step of that with you. This is a man that's quite young, actually. This is not an old man by any stretch. This is a young man that I feel was an active man because he's talking about happily doing this walk or this run with you. And what I mean by that is it's like he didn't struggle to do it. Do you know what I mean? But what I mean by that is he's fit. He's not a man that's gone, oh God, I've got to do this and I'm not able to do it. I feel like he can happily do it with you. But I feel like you've done something maybe in memory of him or you remember him. This is a man also I feel like you went down the pub with and you had a pint with because he's giving me this pint glass and I can smell lager actually, as in, you know, you enjoyed a good cold pint together. But he's making me feel, I've got to say that he deteriorated quite quickly because he's making me feel like this big strong man 1 minute and then next minute he's really quite poorly. Yeah. He's gone hill. He's gone quite rapid. He's making me feel like what he had or what was wrong with him. Almost there may not been any symptoms with it. You know, like sometimes we can have I don't know, different types of diseases or things that's wrong and we feel all right. But then there might just be something at the last minute that we go, I don't feel great, I'm going to go to the doctor. And then we find out it's really bad news. Does that make sense? Yeah, because it feels like he's not telling me that he felt progressively ill over a long period of time. It's almost right at the end, everything sort of spiraled. You very much remember him, he's saying. And I can see this piece of paper is showing me again. He appreciates that you've done that for him. He's making me feel that you've sat on top of a mountain somewhere. I know this may not be a thing round. I don't even know what I'm talking about necessarily here. Bear with me, because I know obviously Wales will be maybe different things to different parts of the country. But more sort of where I am from, they do more in the Peak District and the Lake District, things called like the Three Peaks Challenge and things like that. I don't know if it's something like that. I feel he's maybe trying to tell me that you may have done the equivalent, but in maybe in Wales, where you've gone and done some of the hill walking or like a type of trek. Does that make sense? But I feel like you've maybe gone somewhere and sat on top of a mountain, but it feels possibly in memory of him, because that's what he's talking about. I hope that makes sense to you. It does. Good. I can really smell this beer. He definitely likes a good pint. I don't know if you've got a pint going in front of you, but he's cheersing you with a pint, is what I'm trying to say to you. Um, he's lovely. He's a really nice man. I can hear his laugh. He's telling me how similar you were as pals, but he's grateful to you for keeping his memory alive, most certainly. Okay? Oh, he was nice. I liked him. You're offering me out. I like him, actually. Especially when I came in, well, I say came in, I was here before, but you were all chatting away. And now I'm like, oh my God, it's a bit too silent. Are we all okay then? Yeah. No. Okay, I've got somebody else here actually. I wanted to do a call then, but I can't because this woman is here. There's a lady here at the side of me, and I've got to show you this. Clairvoyance is quite funny, really, in some ways, because I can see people very well, but I can see their mannerisms and what they're doing. This woman's doing this. Please excuse me doing an impression. If any of you do follow me on social media, you know how much impression. I've just seen somebody nodding there. You've seen me do impressions before, haven't you? I can see by you nodding there at the back, going, yes, yeah, she's done it. Impressions, because I can see what they're doing. This woman's going, this one, she's just like doing this happening. I can see her eyebrows going up and her shoulders. This is an older lady that's here. She's got a real kindness about her, this woman. This is definitely head of the family. No doubt about it. And I can see a real. She's not overly loud. She's not sort of loud in your face. She's got quite a quietness to her. But I want to say at the same time a real sense of loyalty to her loved ones and her family. And she's this woman. Sarah. It might be Sarah. I don't know if she's Sarah or she's talking about a Sarah. Um, this is a lady that lost quite a lot of weight, actually, in the run up to her passing. This is a lady that was always sort of a similar type of weight, but then lost. Yeah, she's definitely saying Sarah. Is there a Sarah in here that's got a mum that's passed? Okay, let me describe this lady to you. She definitely does this. She's doing this at me. She's right here. Isn't that interesting that you're sat there and she's on this side? She's sort of doing this at me. Yeah, she did. She just said to me that she lost weight. And it feels quite considerable, actually. I don't just mean like, I don't know, half a stone. It might have been a couple of stone because she's tapping her belly and she's saying to me, I put some weight back on. And she's also just said to me how pale her skin went. She's doing this at me, actually. And she's saying that she went quite pale and looked poorly. She did look unwell, but she had quite, I don't want to say rosy cheeks, but she had a good colour in her face. Because she's saying to me, look, tell her I've got my colour back. I've got my colour back in my face. I've got to say, this lady doesn't feel like she's been passed all that long. It feels more recent as opposed to further away. And what I mean by that is I want to say, I don't know, within 5 years, 3 to 5 years, possibly even. But does that make sense? Yeah. Rather than 10 years plus, it feels more of a recent passing. This lady's making me feel she was a little unsteady on her feet or on her legs. Because she's giving me this element of, I don't want to say shuffling necessarily, but I want to say there was an element of worry that let me explain it a different way. It was like she wanted to go from A to B, but it was almost like her legs wouldn't let her. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You know, when people get up and they go, right, you're going to walk out there, but then they're worried that they're going to fall because their legs aren't strong enough. She's giving me that feeling, almost so she was a little bit like that, or started to feel a weakness from the waist downwards, but it's more to do with legs. This woman's got a lovely smile. I can see her face, and she's very focused on the colour in her cheeks to let you know. She's telling me somebody missed her passing. Missed it, almost as though didn't get the opportunity to say goodbye. Does that make sense to you? Was it? Was it? Was it Sarah? Yes.
Who was that?
She's saying somebody's there, not there, I mean. And what she means, it's like there, but not in the room. So you know how some people can literally, I don't know, just go to the toilet or go and get a glass of water and come back and it's too late. Somebody's missed it by a fraction. So there, but not there, she said. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like somebody didn't arrive on time. It's almost like somebody didn't see her fall asleep. She's definitely telling me that somebody didn't see her fall asleep. Yeah, she's saying didn't get a chance to see me, that happened. She's giving me a man, actually. That's a man that happened to. Because she said that she's seen that man upset. It's not sat right, she's just said. It hasn't sat right. She's taking me into those final moments, actually. Are you okay with me saying this? Because I'm conscious there's a crowd here and this is going to be quite personal. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Her hands are being held. Are you sure you're okay with this? Daddy's got them. Yeah, her hands are being held here. There is an element of, I almost want to say to you like a permission to go. It's okay to rest. It's okay to sleep now. That came from you, I feel. It's all right to go sleep now. It's okay. It's okay to let go. You made that easier for her to let go. Because she's just said, thank you. Tell her thank you. Don't underestimate that's massive. It's such a big thing to do at a time when that's the last thing we want to do. To be able to say to somebody, it's all right. Because they do naturally are going to try and hold on for us. And this is her way of saying to you, thank you. Because I was able to go and I'm all right. She's holding a baby. There's a baby here. This is a lost baby. Let me explain what I mean by that. Are you okay for me to carry on?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Please stop me at any point.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Because that's really important to me. This is a child that's not been born, I feel. Or, let me explain. It can be an ectopic pregnancy, a stillbirth, miscarriage, an abortion, or a baby that's lived into very early infancy and then possibly passed from complications or illness. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it's a young child. But that's why I'm saying it like that, because it can be a multitude. But what I'm getting at is this is a very young child. She's looking after this one. Very proudly, I will add, because I can see the look on her face going, look at who I've got. And she's kissing this little one. So this is her way of saying, look what I'm doing. I'm all right. She's taking these duties of looking after this little one quite seriously. But that's who she is. She's a proud woman and she's giving me that and proud of her family. She's saying it to me again. Make sure you say thank you to her for letting me go. But she's certainly here with you. All right? Are you okay? I'm going to leave you with her. Would you like a hug?
Yes, no.
She's lovely. What a lovely woman. It's a huge thing to do something like that. And I'm sure lots of you have been in those types of situations, and it's a big thing to do. And this is what she's getting at here. but equally you did. It's true that they will pass easier if they know that you're, because they do, they're going to hold on, aren't they? Because they can see how we're grieving before they're gone. And that's what she's getting at a little bit with that. Okay?
Yeah.
I've got a gentleman here. I keep wanting to grab cards, and every time I go to grab the cards, my spirit man goes, shh. You're not finished yet. There's another man here, actually, and he's, this is a man that's been passed a very, this is beer as well. I've got another beer going. I'm not quite mixed, but there's another beer here. This is a different type of beer, actually. It's not the same pint as Barry's friend. It's different. It's like a dark beer. I can taste it, actually. I can smell it. This man, I feel like he's been past quite some time, actually. He's not overly tall. He's here at the side of me. It's definitely a bottled beer. I can see him holding a bottle in his hands. He's just said he was at the wedding. Okay, were you at the wedding? Yes, I was at the wedding. He was giving me this beautiful dress. This feels like, whose wedding is this? His granddaughter's wedding. Okay, let's piece these bits together. Somebody's is giving me this lovely dress, and I can feel all the detail on the back. It's more like details on the back of the dress. But this man is here. This might be Mike, actually. Mike. Okay. Oh, he's just blowing kisses. Yes, definitely. Are you looking at this table here? Let me see where you're looking at. You are, aren't you? I can see you looking. Oh, he's blowing kisses. He's giving me this gorgeous dress, actually. Beautiful. I can feel all like the silky, beautiful satiny or silky satin. You know what I mean? The material, I can feel it, and I can feel it here. Does that make sense? Somebody got married. Oh, we've got somebody here that's got married. Oh my God, he was at a wedding. Your dress is beautiful. I can feel it. I can feel how special it is. And he's just said to me that he's never forgotten. And he's making me feel that even though it's been past some time, this is not been past a while. Does that make sense? This isn't recent. It's interesting. I said over here, I think I said it to this lady, more sort of within 5 years. This feels definitely, I feel like it's longer than 10, actually. It feels quite some time. But I want to say to you, this is a man that I feel is remembered quite a lot, because he's giving me this feeling of, get anniversaries, birthdays, Christmas. It's Budweiser.
Yeah, it's Budweiser.
Oh, it's Budweiser, isn't it?
Yeah. We put it on his ring.
Oh, do you? Is that what you got your mum to share that? I told you they'd not forgotten me. Well, now I'm hearing. They put it on your grave. Oh, he likes that. He loves that. He's not forgotten. I was going to say, you taste it. It's quite sour, but that's right. He's just said Budweiser. He was definitely at the wedding. He's telling me he was in the photos. He's taken me outside, and I feel like I'm looking at a grass area with what looks like a big oak tree in the background. Does that make sense? You need to look at those photos because it is. I've got the grass area here and the tree there. So if you're here in the foreground, that tree's there at the back like that. He's doing this on the tree. I bet you had a bud, didn't you then? Yes. He's there leaning on this tree whilst all the photos, because that's outside in the photo, like photo time at a wedding. It's then. Have a look through those photos. It's not telling you how long ago this wedding was. But if this is have a look at your photos. Is it recent? Have a look at your photos. Because that one that's outside with the tree, he was hanging around the tree there, leaning on the tree, this bottle of bud, watching the goings on. But it'd be interesting to see if you see anything or there's a bit of a shadow or something on the tree, because on the photo, because that's what he's talking about. This is a man that massively loves his family. I can't say that to you enough. He's incredibly grateful for being remembered all the time. He's just said, you didn't think I would miss the wedding, do you? He's just said, Kel.
It's Kelly.
Kel?
Yeah, her name's Kelly.
Oh, you're Kelly. Okay. He called you Kel.
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to say, because he's saying, I was thinking, I wasn't going to say that then, because I was thinking, hang on, it don't sound, but Kel. Yeah, so you're shorter than me. Okay, is this your daughter? Yes. Yes, okay, so you're that's right. Okay, Kel. Yes, he's telling me you still talk to him and talk about him. That he's grateful for. Kel is saying, yeah, tell Kel I love her. Tell Kel I love her, it's saying. Okay, I'm going to leave you with him, okay. You must have a look at those photos of the wedding. That's really important, that one. I've got to go straight in again. My God, I'm going to put through it a bit tonight. Can I have a drink first? Have you all right? I've got a gentleman here. This man's quite young, actually. He's making me feel his hair. This man's got loads of hair, you know. Loads. He's young. And it's got really quite thick hair, actually. And it's dark, thick hair. And it's making me do this. I don't know why. He's making me shake. I don't know if he's got glasses on, actually. I feel like he's making me take these. I can smell him as well. I can smell like his aftershave. This is a man that looked after himself. He took pride in his appearance. And he's just saying, miss my girls. It was definitely girls, so that's plural. There's more than one girl he's talking about. But you know, when I'm shaking my head, it's giving me so much headache. Are you giving me headache? You are, aren't you? Is this me, Robert, headache? It's not, is it? I didn't think it was. Okay, this is a man that's got something wrong with his. I think there's something here, if I'm completely honest. Yeah, he's definitely making me shake my head. I'm going to go as far as saying that there was something, an event here. And what I mean by that is I don't know if I feel that this was like a brain aneurysm or a brain tumour or something of that nature. But I feel that this possibly is what took him. Does that make sense to anybody here? Something to do with the head? Yeah. Yes, does that make sense here? This is a man that I feel that he's telling me his wife is here. Ha! Isn't that interesting? Okay. Yes, he's getting down on one knee. He's giving me that his wife is here. Does that make sense? Yes. Are you the wife? Just so I know who I'm looking at, because it's important I get the energy right. Okay. There's definitely something to do with his head. This man is so sad about being here. Like, massively sad. He's young, you know. This is not, I don't want to say he's over 40 even. If he was possibly 30s, but I don't want to say over 40. He's quite young. He's got loads of hair, you know. He's got loads, hasn't he? I can feel the shake. I don't know why he's making me shake my head, but I feel like I can really feel how much hair this guy has got. I feel like he became really poorly, like really sick. But he's making me feel, and it's interesting that somebody else put their hands up here, because again, I'm sure in a small community like this, lots of people will naturally know each other, because it's making me feel like people rallied around you, or that you had a lot of support for him. Does that make sense? He's making me feel, I don't know if there was an element of like a type, but he's giving me numbers rising. So I don't know if there was an element of fundraiser, because he's just showing me like numbers almost like on a slot machine that's going up, 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 up. Do you know what I mean? Like numbers raise. What he means is don't worry that's not exact. Don't mean he's having fun at a slot machine. It's just because I'm clairvoyant.
He had business for.
Oh, did he? I was thinking, well, you did have to say something, and there you go. So it's his way of talking to me, because to a clairvoyant, they don't always talk words, they talk visual, so that will give you a picture. But he's showing me money going up, as in that. He's making me feel as well, I want to say that there was, either his things are just so in the house and not cleared. He's going to walk me in the front door, walk me through. That's it. It's like his coat's there, or his jacket. There's something up. It's up, hanging up. That's his. And it's something that you can't, it's not like this off, it's this off. So it feels jackety, could be jumper, hoodie, that type of thing. But it feels something of that he's telling me that you put on, like you might wear or smell it, because he's giving me you wearing it or putting it on. You know, I'm going to say this as well. I know this sounds a bit of a weird thing for me to say. But he's making me feel like those money raids for him. I don't know if there was tops done with fundraising type things or something like that for him, because it feels like there was. Does that make sense? Because he's talking about this being specific, like it's got writing on it, like fundraising writing or something. I don't know. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it might be to do with, I don't know, if he had a brain aneurysm, something to do. He's just said no, didn't have a brain aneurysm. He's just corrected me. He's not told me what though, but he's just gone no. Okay, you're going to tell me what? It's a brain tumour. Tumour. He's showing it me. Yes. Okay. There's some element of clothing of his that's kept, is what he's trying to say to me. This man adores you. This is very clear. The amount of love he's giving me for you is palpable, actually. And this is a man that wasn't scared of showing that, you know. But there's definitely a child somewhere, because he said girls. He's naturally devastated about missing out on that child. Okay. So I want you to know this is what he's here for, to let you know that he will always protect this little one. Tell her I love her. Yeah, I'm telling her. She knows. Good. Good. He's blown me loads of kisses, this man. And he showed me going down on one knee, which this is almost his way of talking about that you're his wife. That's what I'm trying to say. That's so easy for him to say, it's my wife, but they don't. They just say, yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's what he's talking about. I'm going to leave you with him, okay? I think we're about at time. Yeah, we are. It's time for a break. The bar will be open fully now, and it's starting probably at 8. Turn it down. 2 minutes. Right? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Are you all okay? Yeah. We've got a drink. We've all sat back. Have you all had a drink so far? Good. I'm glad that you have. I am glad that you have. And you know what? I've loved hearing questions actually. So some of the ladies around the front here have just been asking me questions. But I feel like you can't ask me anything. You can. As you can see, I'm obviously in work mode right now. And thank you to those of you that have went like that because the selfie frame was there. It's obviously not there anymore. So thank you to those of you that have had pictures took with the selfie frame. Sometimes at events, some people would like one with me at the end of the night. So if you do, you're welcome to come for a chat. I'm not putting it off anywhere. So if you want to pick it or you want to come ask me any questions, don't feel like you can't, okay? So the same thing again, as we did before, some cards and also obviously you've got your connecting, however it is that's coming through for you as well, okay? Anyone want a card? Let's get started with. We've got a few more putting cancer cards in it. I need to come to that lady back there. Yes, you there. Yes, you. I do. I feel the need to come to you. Why am I being told not to go over there? Okay, all right, I'll stop here. I've got to. Okay, you know what I also have to do what I'm told. So I'm going to pull the card for you, okay? In that way. Let's have a look for you. Are you enjoying your night? Yes. Good. I'm glad that you are. This is interesting. We have this one out already. This is also a card for you where you are being told to watch who you are trusting. So if you too are going through things at the moment that might feel a little bit challenging or things are happening whereby people around you, you may not be sure of who to trust or who to say certain things to. Sometimes things can be rumbling under the surface, can't they? And this is a card, again, where you're being asked to keep your cards close to your chest, for want of a better word. just because sometimes we do have snakes in the grass that we don't always realise. Like I say, it's not a positive card really, and it's a shame that we have to watch and be a little bit mindful of what we're saying sometimes. But that's what you're being told there. Okay, does that make sense to you? Yeah, it does. And this is the thing. Even the cards that we think, oh gosh, it's not all sunshine and roses, but they are applicable, and that's the point of them coming out, if you like. I want to talk to this lady that's here. I've got a lady here with a really funny laugh. It's making me laugh straight away. And I'm not going to do an impression because I'm terrible at them. She's quite small, but I do think she's probably a little bit taller than me, which is not difficult. But she's still quite small, this lady. This lady passed quite young as well, and she's making me feel like her friend is here. And they had a right, she just said, barrel of lads, real good fun together, almost like they could really bounce off each other. She's making me feel like I don't want to get too many names tonight, but I am. I always get names at Dems, don't I?
Yes, she does.
I always do. I don't know why. And I don't in one-to-ones. If any of you have had one-to-ones with me, I don't tend to get them so much in one-to-ones, but demonstrations, I feel like I do more. But I feel like she's saying Trey. So I don't know if that's like a Tracy, but it feels like possibly a Tracy. But this is a woman that I feel is somebody's pal, somebody's best mate. I don't know if she's Tracy or you are Tracy. Have we got a Tracy in here for a start? That's probably the easiest way to do it. Tracy. Oh, she's waving. Oh, it is you then. Oh, she's waving. And she's giving me that she would do that with you. It was always a, see you then, see ya. Almost as though she would be a bit like that. But this is definitely a pal. It feels like a real good mate. She's quite small and she's got a really funny laugh. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Her laugh is one of those laughs where when she laughed, you laughed. You know, and some people have got quite that sort of laugh about them. This is her. She's making me feel like you were really there for her as pals in your life. And what I mean is, I feel like maybe your friendship was one whereby you maybe went through the similar things or same things together. Because she's giving me this real shared togetherness of getting through difficult periods of your life, but together, because it was almost like very shared. Does that make sense to you? You know, sometimes but that's what attracts people together, I guess, necessarily, doesn't it, in friendship circles or things, because she's giving me this togetherness very much with you two. And she's saying thank you for that, for being that real loyal pal to her, because she appreciates that from you. This is a woman that loved a good dance, you know. She's giving me this real booty, actually, and she danced with her shoulders. She liked to, why am I doing an impression again? Said I wasn't going to do. But she's dancing like this. And she's doing this a little bit with her hands. And she's saying to you that she wants you to know that she's dancing again. She's definitely got strength back, this woman. She's making me quite out of breath, actually. And I want to say that I don't know if she passed from something to do respiratory-wise, but I feel like it does. It feels very respiratory suddenly. Does that make sense to you? It does. I don't know if she was wearing a type of mask or she was put on oxygen at some point, but I feel like that there's definitely some respiratory issue because she's telling me that she couldn't breathe in very well. It's almost the in-breath was very difficult for her because she's doing this now. She's standing here, she's going, I'm breathing a lot better, she's just said. I think she's just said what might... Christine. Okay. Chris. Yes, I'm Chris, she's saying. Yeah. Are you called Christine then? Yes, you're Christine. Yes, she's saying Christine. She's dancing away again. She very much wants you to know that she's back to how she was before. And this is also a woman that's saying to you, somebody else had this as well earlier, but you've never forgotten her either. And she's saying again, thank you for not forgetting me over the years. She's lovely, this woman. This is like a best mate. That's not for me to say you're not related, because you might be, because we can be related to our best mates, like family and pals as well, can't we? But this is definitely someone like it's a best pal for you. Does that make sense? Yeah, I can really feel that off her, like a best pal type energy. But she's fun, she's a good giggle, and she's here just to say she's exactly the same as she is now. So she's here to say hello to you, and she's really small. Is she? Oh, I'm not getting that. I'm getting her back here. She was up at 7. God, she reached to sit. I can't see. It's 3 minutes ago. I've been just saying. Yeah, I'm getting that small. Yeah, it's safe. What shoes have you got on? I always try to wear heels. I always try to wear something a bit taller. That time I wasn't looking at those shoes because she's about that much. She's a bit taller than me, and she's standing here, but she's got Jesus Christ. That's why she weighs like that then. Yeah, because she's got to sort of see where you are because you're at the back. But you know what? She might be small in stature, but she's big in personality. Yeah, she is. She's definitely made up for it, I can tell. And this dancing and this happiness is what she's very much showing there. So I'm going to leave you with your friend, okay? Oh, she was lovely. God. 4'6". That makes me feel tall, that does. And I'm only 5'1". Oh, she was nice. Right, who wants a card? Okay, I'm going to come to you. Did you put your hand up? Yeah, I'm thinking, oh gosh, you're going to go, right, Tim, what's one? Okay, let me give you a card. Are you okay? Good. Let's have a look for you then. Let's see what you need to hear. It's your turn to pick. So, this is all about overwhelm, almost having too much on. So this is a card whereby you're almost being asked to be more organised. So if you are a lady that isn't too organised, you're being asked to be a little bit more organised with stuff. Sometimes we can have, I can see loads of people giggling behind you. Okay, now I've got the room giggling about it. But this is what you're being asked here. So sometimes we can feel overwhelmed because we've got that much going on, and then we do feel overwhelmed with it because we go, oh God, if I only a bit more organised with it all, I wouldn't feel so overwhelmed. Does that make sense? So this is a card whereby you're being asked to try and give yourself time and time to be a little bit more organised with stuff. So if you're a busy lady, if you're on the go, if you've got loads of things happening, it's time to try and get a little bit more organised with stuff. Okay, there's a spiritual telling off there. Not by me. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I've got a gentleman here actually. Now, what's interesting about this for me is I feel this man might be connected to here because I can see him looking at what's going on outside. That's interesting for me. So there might be quite a few of you that know this man. If people, some of you are regulars in here and are regulars to this club, but this is a young man actually that's passed. He is. He's definitely looking around and he's looking outside. When I say young, I want to say possibly early 30s. This isn't a man, again, I know I said it before, and this is relevant again. This is a man that doesn't feel like he's over 40. He's a young, quite fresh-faced young man. He's showing me his hair. He's got quite dark hair. And it's making me feel, yeah, like he was either a sportsman or he was very interested in sports. I think he's saying Joe. Joe. Are you saying Joe? Yes, definitely Joe. Does that make sense to somebody? Joe. Okay. Yes. Yeah, there's definitely a sports element here. Does that make sense? It feels like he's sporty or he enjoys sports, or he might be a man that likes watching it. So I'm not saying he's out there on the pitch, but what I'm getting at, oh, he was he? I was thinking, well, that's why he's looking out the window. Because he's standing here at the side of me, he's going, yeah, I'm going to talk to anyone. Just let me see what's going on. Like, oh, yeah, he's looking at me and then looking out there. This is a man I feel passed very quickly. Does that make sense to you? And I want to say to you, it's like 1 minute he's here and 1 minute he's not. Almost instantaneous passing. Does that make sense? Yeah. This is a man that had, he knew loads of people, and it's making me feel like he was popular. He's a popular man because he's just said to me that his loss had quite a significant impact on lots of people. Does that make sense? He's making me feel like he's watched the news of his passing spread amongst people. And what I mean by that is, obviously when we lose people, we've got to inform people. We've got to say, look, I need to tell you about this. And we're picking up the phone and having to pass on the message to other people. And he's really quite sad about the impact his loss has had on everyone, if that makes sense. He's saying sorry. Does that make sense to you? There's a real sorry here for going. Sorry for going. He's giving me that I want to say. Somebody's written something to him, wrote something to him. Yeah, show me this. Show me. Yes, there's words written for him. I feel that this is to do with the funeral. I don't know. You know what he might mean? He might, like at a funeral, we're writing words about people. I think somebody sat down and physically wrote these words out, pen to paper. Not like on phones and stuff like that. It's not that. It's not laptop. It's pen to paper. Yeah. Yep. I can see the sitting at the table. It's sitting at the table, writing it out. Does that make sense? I can see you in the house writing it. He's writing it down. He's talking about standing, watching those words go out. And what I want to say to you is I feel that this took some time to write. And naturally, these things do, don't they? They're not something that we get done in 5 minutes. But what I'm trying to say is it's making me feel it was scribbled out along the way, almost as though going, oh no, it don't read right, or like, that's not enough of what I want to say. Almost as though whoever wrote this really was quite meticulous about it and wrote it out properly. Does that make sense? Because it's doing this. So bear with me, because again, it's clairvoyant talk. So it might not be exact, but he's doing this and then screwing it up and they go, no. And then writing it out again and then going, no. Almost as if it was a correct. Does that make sense? Yes, good, because he's watched you do that. Because he's saying to me, I've watched this go down. This is a man that's here to say, thank you for that. Because it was perfect as it was. You didn't need to worry about what was said. But this is definitely a man that's come through to say sorry for going. Most definitely. And he's young, I can feel how young he is. And he was full of it, and he's loving that out there. Isn't that funny? He's come through that. Have they been playing all night? I don't even know. I've not even looked. But what I'm getting at is he's watching.
He used to stay at this club.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he play with this lot that's outside now?
Lots. No.
Because I've just thought, why it's interesting how his focus is outside now. That's why I'm saying, because that's interesting. But if he used to play at this club, then that could be why, because he's obviously interested in it. So I said, there's definitely a sports element here. Yeah, that's right. He's very much still here, is what I want to say. Very much still watching what's going on. But I'm going to leave you with this man, okay? Are you all right?
Yeah, thank you.
He doesn't feel like he's passed that long ago, either, this man. This feels quite recent as well. Yeah, I was going to say, it feels recent rather than a long time ago. Okay?
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Okay. Are we all okay? Everyone's gone quiet again. Don't quiet on me, make noise. Okay, who wants a card? Where am I going? I need to come to you, I'm being told. With the lady with the glasses on, just at the back there. Yeah? Yes, you. She's looking at me. The young girl, yeah, just there. Yeah? Okay, it's your turn. You all right? Yeah, okay. Let me have a look for you. You've got somebody really good around you that very much values you respects you, and is very equal in the way that you think about them and they think about you. That is your person. That is the person to lean on when you need somebody, okay? And let that person help you. This card is all about being able to talk openly and confidentially with those that mean the most to you. This is saying you definitely have that one person in your life that you can lean on, okay? And know that they are there for you, because that's really important. So as you step through these next chapters of your life, know that that person is there to support you through those chapters, okay? So don't ever feel like you're on your own, is what I'm trying to say, because you absolutely aren't. You've got somebody very much that's there for you, okay? That makes sense to you? Good. I've got another lady here, actually. This is an older lady. I feel that she's possibly here for her daughter. Um, we've had a mum through before, and we've got another mum here. This is an older lady that I oh, she's lovely. This woman. She's trying to tell me her name as well, but I can't quite get it right. She's making me feel that her daughter. Beryl. It might be Beryl or Merrill. It might be, it's one or the other. Beryl or Merrill. Does that make sense? Anyone know a Merrill or a Beryl?
Maybe that's Beryl.
Beryl. Okay. What did you say to me? You have to give me a bit more than that. You tried to tell me her name. Loz. Lorraine. Loz. People call her Loz. Ah, okay. Beryl. Is this your daughter? Oh, she just smiled then. She's just going, yes, it's your mum, I think.
No,
Beryl.
my mum is Beryl.
Okay. Does that make sense to you, Beryl?
Mum is Beryl. It might be my grandmother.
Okay. She's saying both. She's giving me both names. This woman is lovely, but I always feel as though she didn't suffer fools. She's giving me a bit didn't suffer fools gladly. Does that make sense? Because she's always giving me an element of strictness to herself as well. So she's giving a kindness, but almost she didn't mess about with her either. Do you know what I mean? When some people can be, it's almost a sense of loyalty, isn't it? Some people can be a little bit like that. That's this woman. She's giving almost this sense of going, oh yes, well I was a kind woman, and I was kind to those, but if I was wronged, she never went back. Because she's giving me that feeling of almost like that. That if people crossed her, she would be a certain way, if that makes sense. She's very much making me feel like you've had problems with your back. She's giving me backache, but it's not her. It feels like you. Almost as though a bad back, as if you've been trying to rest from a poorly back. So I don't know if you've hurt yourself recently or you've jarred yourself. Could be hip, actually.
It's got about that.
Ah, okay, that's interesting, isn't it? This is it, because it depends who she's talking about. But she's giving, because she said that before, didn't she? She's giving this hip pain. Yeah, but it's lower back hip, almost like both. And it's right hip. Yes, because she's giving me that she's struggling with this leg as a result. She's saying that she doesn't have a leg up enough. And it's like you're telling her to. And you're going, for God's sake, Mom, put your leg up. And she's not. Like she's not listening to you. I think this is why she's here. Because she's a bit annoyed that you're not being listened to. And she's going, come on. You're telling her and she's not listening. And this is why she's giving me this personality of not suffering fools. Because she's saying, come on, you've told her once. She needs to tell her again because she's not listening to you.
Been to the doctors 3 times this week.
Have you? Oh my God. Can you hear this? This is why I'm not happy. She's going, I'm not happy. She's not impressed, actually. And I almost, you're my notes. Exactly. Because she's just said what you're laughing at. She's not happy, you know. She's really quite upset about this because she knows you're telling her and she's not listening. You're telling the wrong woman. You've got to go and tell Beryl about it. Well, I'm trying. She's going, I'm trying. She's really giving this element of, because she's making me feel like she has got a footstool. She's just not using it. Yeah, she just said she's got a footstool, but she isn't using it. And she's showing me you pulling the footstool in front of her foot. At one foot, a leg. You're going, come on, Mum. And she's like, oh, I don't know if I want to. And you're going, it doesn't matter if you don't want to. Put your leg up. She's watching this. Yeah, you need to tell her off. I'm trying. She's saying it to me again. I'm trying. I feel like she's said, what funny message to give. But I feel it's quite a comical message in a way. But I almost feel like it's her way of trying to say to you, come on, I know you're trying, but you need to try harder. Because
It's the right time, actually. It's 3 times this week being at the doctor.
yeah, look at that. She's come this week, come tonight. You're here tonight, exactly, which has been 3 times this week. But this is important to her because she knows she's suffering with this hip particularly. She's making me feel like it might be sciatic. Isn't that funny? She's saying like sciatic pain because she's giving me that it's all her leg, you know, and even into her toes. So it could be something because she's just said, I've seen her. She's not walking properly with it. She's not walking properly. She's giving me you like this. Going, come on. This is probably these 3 trips to the doctor, isn't it? Come on. Well, we're trying to take her out. This is what she's talking about here. This is a funny message in a way, but it's very much somebody that's just come through to say to you, and I'm sorry to say this to you, but you've got to try hard because she's not listening to you. Mum's not listening to you. So this is Gran, not Mum. This is Gran coming to try and say that to you. Okay? How funny. Isn't it funny what they know? I always think that's interesting for me how they do that. They come through and talk about things like this, but yeah, she's aware of that tip, particularly.
That's amazing.
Anybody else for a card? Okay, where am I going? Let me come to you. Are you all right?
I'm good, though.
Good. Are you having a good night? Oh, good. I'm glad that you are. Let's have a look for you. Yeah, let me let you pick. There's loads here, some tick cards here, so see which one that you have a good rummage. Do you say rummage in Wales?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just said it and then I thought, I don't know if they're going to go, oh my God, no. This is a card whereby you're being asked to value yourself more. If there is elements of you that make you feel not confident or you don't think you are worthy for the best in your life, you're being asked, why not? Because you can lead your life however you want to. It's totally on your terms and totally your prerogative. But you have to know that you're as important as everybody else in this room and everyone else out there. So don't talk yourself out of what you want in your life, because you can achieve whatever you want, but you've just got to believe you can. Does that make sense? We live a lot like that, don't we? We live out of fear of going, oh, no, I can't do it. Can't do it. Just can't. Well, why can't you? In other words, don't stop yourself because you can have whatever you want. You've just got to let yourself do it. Okay? That's a nice card, that one, isn't it? But it's about self-value. And it's true, it's important, isn't it? We often do that because things like that remind me of things like job interviews. And we go, oh God, I can't do it. Because what if somebody else goes for it that's better than me? Well, what does it matter? You don't know if you don't put yourself there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Are we all okay? Let's see the drink now, look. I've got a. This is really odd for me. This, I've got something here that's making me feel like I'm going to stutter. Yeah, I have. Yeah, control my words here, Robert, a little bit for me. I don't know if this means she had a stutter, or it must be, or she's trying to say something else. She's going. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what she's trying to say to me necessarily. Let me describe to you. Yeah, don't make me stutter. What's this word you're trying to say? Is she going, cat? Let me describe what she looks like. This woman is probably early 50s, I want to say. Early to mid, I want absolute tops, about 58, 57, 58 tops. She's got really dark hair and it's quite thick. She's making me feel her hair, and it's sort of feels around this length, sort of shoulder length. It's not curly, it's quite straight, but it is. She's got a good head of hair, she's saying to me. And she's almost making me feel like she's got her head back, which is an interesting way to word it. So I don't know if this was a woman that passed from illness that meant she may have lost some hair, but she's definitely making me stutter. I want to say Caroline. 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 Does that make sense? Maybe somebody with a stutter, or somebody that says Caroline in a funny way. Or it might be Carolyn, actually. Caroline or Caroline, like Caroline. Does that make sense to anyone? Don't know if this lady, yeah, there's definitely a stutter there. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Yeah, maybe, yeah, who are you trying to talk to? Who are you wanting to speak to? Okay. This is somebody's friend. This is definitely somebody's pal. She's making me feel like this might be a work colleague of somebody. It sounded like she said Dionne there, but it wouldn't have been Dionne. She doesn't mean, I don't know if there's anyone in here called Dionne, and I don't mean me, I mean somebody else. But it feels like a D, but she's definitely stuttering or she keeps saying, if you don't know who she is, don't worry, I will move her on. She's obviously come here for. Have you had anybody that's not turned up? Have we? That's interesting. Okay, so she might have come, I don't know, just assuming that somebody would be here, but they aren't. But this is this lady. If she's not known Robert, let's move her on. Okay, yeah, clear her off for me. Let's go. I don't know what it's energy. Good. It's important that we do that if she can't be taken by it. Yeah, we need to clear her energy so I can pick up something else. Because then you'll be surprised how many people are in there wanting to talk. Does anybody else want a card? Yeah, let me put to that lady that's just there. Let me give you a card. That's a shame, isn't it? I've just stood her back. It doesn't mean she's gone. Because if we can't take it, nobody can take her. There's so many people in here that want to speak, which is important. This is a call about family for you, actually. And what this means here is that you have family around you that I feel with this, it's important that you stay connected with this card. So this is a card of camaraderie and togetherness, but more with family. I don't know if you've got siblings or you've got people around you, cousins even, that are close, but that's what it's referring to with this, almost keeping people together, but knowing that they're there for you and you be there for them back. So your family, I think you're a family woman, that family really means something to you because that's what it's talking about. Okay? I've got a few people here now coming together. I feel like this is possibly a few people. They obviously know each other, or they wouldn't be coming at the same time. So this could possibly be family members together, or it could be people that know each other. Let me explain what I mean by that. There's a man and a woman here. They're both stood on opposite sides to me. Which for me normally would mean they're not a couple, but I don't think it means that because they've got a third person here with them. These two people, though, first are making me feel that like they passed from a terminal illness, and I want to say cancer, but obviously that's not the only terminal illness that's out there, if you like. But I feel that this is possibly cancer, this man and woman, but they're with another man, and they're doing this. They've got their arms around each other, almost sort of around the waist. And that, for me, is them coming forward to say that they've got this man that's in the middle. This is a younger man, actually. These two feel like somebody's like aunt and uncle type relative, actually. Yeah, it does. It feels like an aunt and an uncle because they're not grandparents. They're not an older age, if you like, and they're not sort of brother and sister age. They're sort of. It feels more like an aunt and uncle. And this man here in the middle is a lot younger than them, and he's making me feel like he was a businessman or he ran his own business. But I want to say, I feel like he was a tradesman. like I don't know, like an electrician or a plumber or a tradesperson, if you like. And I feel like he had his own van, like a work van necessarily, because he's talking about. Okay, he's trying to give me his name, and I don't know if I'll get this because it's definitely a B, but it's like a pet name. It's not like an actual name, if that makes sense. You know how we can, I don't know, we can shorten names for people who can have a pet name. It's making me look over here. I feel like I'm looking this way. Does that make sense to you? Okay. Oh, this man's just put his arms out straight away to you. This is the younger man. There's 3 people here, though, which is quite unusual in this environment. But I feel that these are either all related or they're all related to you. Does that make sense? Yeah, there's definitely these 3 together. But I feel like the 2 older people, because they're older than him,
Yes.
is what I'm trying. I think that they passed from a similar type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell by what they're telling me. And it feels like almost like I say, like a terminal illness or something of that nature. Both of these 2, I've got to say, particularly, I feel like they passed on things in a very similar way.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is I'm not necessarily saying it was the same condition, but almost the catalogue of events were very similar.
Yes.
So in the same way that they passed, or the way that their body deteriorated was quite similar.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? That the course of events was quite similar for both people, is what I'm trying to say to you. I very much feel that with these 2. They're very smiley though. And the lady particularly is telling me that she was ready to go.
Yeah.
And I want to say to you, I think she'd had enough. When some people are really, really sick, because she was very sick, this lady, and I think she'd almost accepted where she was at, if that makes sense. I think she's passed from cancer, But and what I mean is that acceptance for her, but maybe not for everybody else that was around her, which is normal, isn't it? Really, we're all naturally going to go, oh God, I know what's coming up. But for her particularly, she's saying to me, she just said I was worn out. I was ready to go. He's very protective over this other man. This is a younger man, actually. He's got dark hair as well. I've had loads of dark haired people tonight. He's got quite darkish hair, he's shown me. And there's definitely a name that's something specific. And don't tell me what it is.
Nickname.
It feels like a nickname or like a pet name.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's not like his name.
No.
No, that's right. Because he's trying to say something to me that I can't get right. It sounds like Billy, but it's not Billy. It's it's something like that. Am I making any sense whatsoever? Good, because as long as you know who it is, that's all that matters to me. But this is a man that I feel is very grateful to his friends and family for almost trying to keep things going for him. I don't even know what I really mean by that. So bear with me, but it feels like I don't know if I don't know if I want to say money raised for his family necessarily, but I don't know if it's to do with his business. I think he was a businessman or a tradesman. It's trading more than somebody that with a suit and tie type of job. It's not that. It's more of a tradesperson. Does that make any sense? Because it's making me feel like there might have been a lot of help towards him.
Yes, there was.
But he means after he passed away.
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to say it's not. I'm not saying that they weren't there before for him, but it feels like more of the after bit. Yeah, that support network after was massive, and he knows that. He's still trying to tell me this name. It's going to drive me loopy. That is. But this is him. He's okay. He's making me feel like he wasn't okay though. He's somebody that couldn't talk well. He kept a lot to himself. Does that make sense? He was very stressed, very overwhelmed. He kept things to himself. And his outward appearance to other people was not necessarily how he felt inside. But he's just said to me, I wasn't very good at talking.
Yeah.
He's sorry about that. And he's just said, I know how much she misses me. He's just said that, the boys. That was obviously plural. Boys, more than one boy here. I don't know if he's talking about your children, if you've got children, or his children, or maybe somebody. But I feel like they're children rather than the boys like the mates.
Yeah.
He feels children. Does that make sense? Yeah, that those boys. He's talking about. I feel that you very much talk to them about him. Yes, that is grateful for too. So he knows this conversation about him is very much being kept open. He's making me feel like I don't know if something's been made for him, but it feels like clothes. I don't know if there's like I don't know if this is to do with his business or some. I feel like there's something with his name on it. It feels clothes or a T-shirt or something maybe having a name on or something to do with him.
Yes.
Does that make sense? It made me feel like something that maybe a lot of people have got. Yes, because he's giving me this same for them, same for them, same for them. Almost like loads of people may have the same T-shirt or something. But that's to do with him as well. He loves that.
This hoodie.
Oh, is it a hoodie? But it's definitely to do with him, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's got to, so it's not a generic thing as such.
Yeah.
It's almost like been specially made that's to do with him again.
His face is on the.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, he's not showing me his face, but he's saying it's about me and all of these people, and it's not just one or two. He's doing this as though there's lots of people that have got something to do with him. Yes, he likes that as well. He likes that type of thing. Although there's not a big, loud, over-the-top man at the same time. He quite likes this sort of thing that's done in his name. Busy.
Vivi.
Busy.
Yeah, that was his name.
Big V. V. Yes, I keep getting the V.
Yeah.
Big V. Okay. Is that your name? That's what they call me. Okay. Big V. Yeah. All that time he was trying to say it, and I was like, I can't hear him properly. And because he's talking about everything else. So I don't think that's his name, though.
No.
No, I was going to say, I don't feel like that's his name. I think that's more like you say, like a nickname or a pet name or something. Okay. I'm going to leave you with him. Okay.
Thank you.
He loves that hoodie thing. He really likes that. That's a nice idea, isn't it, that it was done? But he's okay. He's obviously with those other people.
Yeah.
I feel that they're family though as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were. They felt more like an aunt and uncle type energy. So that's definitely who he's with.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to sort of say to you. I did wonder if this would happen tonight or not, and it was important for me that I let the family know this sort of in advance because it can often happen, as lots of you know, that I've connected with Debbie and Barry, but he is here because I can see him stood right next to you, Debbie, at the door. Sometimes in these sorts of environments, we cannot have people that I've naturally connected through. First, what I've got to say is looking at you, Zach, there at the back of the room, and he's going, I can't believe you're here. I can't believe you. And he's almost pulling your leg over this. I can see really, and he's laughing at this in a almost taking the mick kind of way. And he's just said to me, there's loads of people in here I've got to say thank you to. He's pointing at somebody else now. He's pointing at a man in here that he's saying something about carrying on his back or something. He carried me when I was little. Carried me. Yeah, there must be a man in here that's carried him on his back. Does that make sense? Is there anyone in here that maybe it's to do with carrying him on his back? Is it this gentleman here? I think he's talking about you. Does that make sense to you? Something about carrying him on his back. because he's giving the walking. You know, like you can hold kids like this, and you have their legs through your arms. He's giving something like that, but I don't know if you've done like a type of, I don't know, a sporting type event, or you've done something like that. 'Cause that's what he's talking about.
There's a picture in mind that I've got.
Is there?
But
Okay.
he wasn't on my back. He was on Barry's back.
Ah, no, he's saying about you. So you must have been there, though.
Yeah.
Yes, because he's going carrying on my back. He's talking about how much fun that day was. He's talking about the laugh and the giggle from that day particularly. And he's just said to me as well, he's talking particularly, Barbara here is going to you actually. I can see him moving around quite a lot of people. And he's just said, thank you for helping my mum, my dad. And there's, oh God, he's going to give me a name. Bride, something? Bride. Sounds like bride though. Bridie, okay. Bridie. He's telling me you've looked after Ollie.
Yes.
Is Ollie particularly?
Yeah.
Yes. Almost as though you've listened to Ollie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's just said to me that you've took Ollie out.
Yeah.
I feel like you've actually done things out and about with Ollie. Does that make sense to you? I don't know if you've took him under your wing a little bit, because I know obviously he's only little, but he's laughing at you again, Zach. I'm sorry. I can see him looking at you and he's laughing. Is there what's going off outside? He's definitely referring to this, and he's talking to all of this sports type of things. He's just said to me, that's interesting. He's just said, I stood up here.
Yeah, you have.
Has he?
Yeah.
I stood up here, like this bit,
Yeah.
particularly this bit. He's making me stand right here, as though he stood at this bit. Yes, I've stood up here, and I don't know if this room has been used. I mean, I'm sure it has with the rugby club, but I don't know if this room's been used like a presentation type room. You know, like awards night type thing. I know he's said that to me before, hasn't he, about awards he's got and trophies and things. But I feel like he's stood here.
It's normally in the stand there.
Is he? But I think he's stood in here though. There must have been something in here at some point.
The fundraiser night.
Fundraiser night.
He's giving something standing right. He's saying to me, I've been stood right here. And that's what he's talking about in this. He's looking around loads of people in here, which is quite interesting because they wouldn't necessarily normally do that. The biggest focus here is those of you that clearly have supported the family. He's saying it to me about you again, about the thing you must have obviously done with Barry. He was telling me that you've carried him. So I don't know why he's saying that if you didn't. But what I'm getting at here is the main message is actually for his brother. And I know it sounds a silly thing to say because he's not saying much other than completely just rip you about being here tonight. So, in a typical teenagery way, that's what he's saying to you. He's making me feel, Zach, that you've got something in your bedroom that's his, something in your room. I don't know if you've got one of his tops. It feels like a football shirt, or it might be a rugby shirt or something. I don't know if you've got one. And I'm not saying to wear it, physically wear it, but I think you've got one in your room. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to say, he's talking about that because he's just said, give it back. Why is it in your room? It's just said, but it's a bit tongue in cheek. He's laughing at that, but it's like you've got, like I said, it's not one that you're wearing. It's one that you've got of his, because he's showing it me. It feels like it's in the cupboards or in the wardrobe, because he's looking. I could see him sort of looking in the drawers and looking in your wardrobe at what you've got there, because that's what it's talking about, which is quite funny. But yeah, the message here tonight, I knew he would, I was hoping he would come, but sometimes they don't, especially when they're with lots of people. We've had it with Gemma's family as well, actually, that sometimes they don't come in this sort of environment. But I'm going to leave you with Ethan, just a small little message there, but very, very much obviously wants to say thanks, and standing here and looking out at everything. He's obviously very much still around here, that's quite clear. Okay, I can see we're at the end of the night. Thank you again to you all for being here. From like I say, I know I'm not the local medium around here. So thank you very much for being here and having such a big crowd. So thank you. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'm around if you want to ask me any questions. But thank you very much.